spec. Anyway, Sansui 1000A. Mike, this is for you. I'm showing you how to use this 4-pot bias system I got here. These are the pots. I have a little drawing on here indicating where the tubes are. So this one's for number 1, number 2, 3, 4 tubes down here, top to bottom. Tube number 1, number 2. I kind of have it written in there as well, and 3 and 4 down here. So I have it set up. These are your leads. These 2 resistors were installed for the purpose of biasing, so all you got to do is get the one clamp here on the ground, the other one on the other end of the resistor, and then we'll look for this tube here, which happens to be number 2, and this is a control that will adjust for the bias. If you look down here on the meter, it's at 335 right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust these to, even though 350 is about where we want to be, I'm using a ceramic screwdriver here, which I'm pretty sure you're not going to have one of these. But you don't need one, but you need a jeweler screwdriver small enough, and clockwise the bias is going to go up, counterclockwise it's going to go down. And typically you can go as high as about 350 on these. I'm going to put them all to around 330. I like them a little bit on the cool side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the other tube. These are the matched pairs, or the pairs we want to match. So as you can see, that gains high, 360. That's tube number 1. And I'm going to turn this down to 330 to match the other one. Now typically you do this after it's been warmed up for at least, I'd say, 30 minutes. So I'm going to get this up in the 330 range. Now we got a little bit of a signal on here, so I'm doing it fairly quickly. Anyway, that's how you bias these tubes. The other 2 are for the 2 tubes on the bottom. These resistors right here, that's the ground. You can actually leave this on this ground here, but this is ground. This is a 10 ohm resistor. We're measuring the voltage drop across these resistors. So 350 millivolts or 330 millivolts is what's going to give us our current. And that's it as far as biasing the Sansui 1000 with the 4-pot modification. Point out some of the extra mods. This is the mod here. These are like 15 to 30 turn pots. Very smooth. This is all the additional stuff I had to put in. But these here, all the electrolytics that are put on the bottom, because I left the top ones intact except for the 2 voltage doubler caps. These are new power supply diodes. You can see all the Panasonic polypropylene film caps for coupling. There's quite a few electrolytics in here, which are Panasonic FC. This is a new bias circuit down here. I've got this modified for testing purposes. New bias diode, and basically trying to show you as much as I can on here. Anyway, Sansui 1000A 4-pot bias conversion. Mike, this is yours.